Floss Tube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Friday, 26th of February, and this is Floss Tube 91. Hello and welcome to my channel. It's a channel about cross stitch and a few other crafts, and generally cross stitch and mostly cross stitch. And today you get to see half of my whips. That's my works in progress. I hope you are all well and are having a good stitchy week, whatever, fortnight, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not too bad here. England now has the roadmap out of lockdown, so we now know various dates where things will happen, provided that everything's okay. Like vaccines are going fine. There's no spike in hospital admissions and things like that. So the kids go back to school just over a week's time. Shops reopen on the 12th of April. I just want to go thrifting again. I miss having a mooch in the charity shop. I really do. We're still working from home up until at least that point, which suits me. I like working from home. I get to do all those little tiny chores, whilst the kettle's boiling, switch the washing machine on, and wash the breakfast things up whilst the kettle's boiling, and just little things like that if I'm making a drink. But otherwise I'd just be like stood around waiting at work. So I kind of feel like I'm getting all these little tiny chores done, plus no commute, and I really like having an extra hour, well, an extra 2 hours a day. It's fabulous. Right, what else has happened? Oh, I got new glasses. Yeah, my vision's not too bad. My close-up vision is still perfect, she said. That's great. So no glasses for stitching, just so I can see into the distance, or past the end of my arm. So there we go, new glasses. I won't keep them on because ring lights. So I'm really pleased. They're bigger than I would normally have, but such is the fashion, and I'm actually really quite pleased with them. So, and they were nowhere near as expensive as I thought they were going to be. So the kids got new glasses, and Hubs is just waiting for an ophthalmology appointment to come through. So it's all go here. What else has been happening? New glasses. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. Nothing happens. I'm trying to think of something. Is there anything? No. Okay. Let's just crack on with the stitching. I have got half of my whips on the table today. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know why, but I'm going to move my coffee out the way. It's in my coffee drinker's confession mug that Dawn kindly sent me the JPEG for, well, bought from Beth Twist, and I had a mug made for a birthday a couple of years ago. So it's got a little tiny chip in the bottom. So, on with the show. It was funny, I was stitching earlier on Coffee Drinker's Confession by Heartstring Samplery, drinking my coffee out of a Heartstring Samplery mug. I thought that was quite, whatever. Right, so things I'm going to highlight today. Okay, lots of, well, yeah, what am I going to do? Let's just crack, I don't know what I'm talking about today. Right. What have I been stitching on? I have stitched on since you last saw me, and a couple of things where I'm not sure. It's been about 2 weeks. Did I show it to you? Had I finished it by then? Because apparently I'm useless at Instagramming these days. So I'm not putting pictures on Instagram, so I don't know what I'm doing. Right. This is from one of the cross stitch magazines from last year. It's designed by Zoe Patching, and it is the My Favourite Things set, and I'm stitching all of the months. It's fudged a bit. I put beads on instead of little tiny yellow stitches, and then there's a card with a little floss thing. I haven't made any of those yet. This is 28 count Vintry's Country Mocha. I really like them. That was pretty much a start and a finish in it over a couple of days, and I put beads for the candle tops as well. So far I'm keeping up with all my monthly things, just about. What else have we done? Oh, let's bring that over. Put that down. Oh, did I show you September's finish? I'm not sure if I did or not when I finish this. So flip it stamp. Oh, ring light. I have a feeling I may have shown this one. So that's September. I just need to put some beads, buttons on the apple tree. and I know I've got no red buttons because I need red buttons for something else, so I really ought to order some. So that's another one of the Lizzie Kate Flippets. That means I am now way over halfway. I have 5 to go. They are going to get done this year. Wow. So next up is, oh, what's that stitched on? That is total mix of whatever a bit of Ivory Designs, some DMC, stuff like that, on random scraps of Star Sapphire from WitchElt or Water Lily from WitchElt. Next up is O Tenenbaum by Brenda Gervais with my needle and thread, and I finished this block here. This is, oh, that was a Whip Go goal to catch up with these, and I have, therefore jolly good and all that. I was going to try and get ahead, but I didn't manage that, so I'm caught up. That's fine. It's Whip Go goal shoes. So there we go. That is O Tenenbaum. This is a conversion to my own threads and fabric. Now, I always get confused because is this on PTP? One of these ones, I should know what it's stitched on. No, Mystery Sparklies. And my own conversion is a mixture of Classic Colourworks, Gentle Arts and Weeks. Some of the, 2 or 3, let's have a look. There's a few, reminds me I need to buy apple cider. There's a few that are the called for, a few that I've just added in myself. It's a similar colour palette to Jack Frost, so I kind of just use those as a going off point and just added in the reds. Try getting it the right way up, Kerry. This is a 18 count Ada from Sparklies, and it's a mystery one from one of their grab bags. There we go. I have got I've spent quite a long time today putting really detailed comments in my show notes. It will list absolutely everything. There is all the charts and designers with what fabrics I'm stitching them on. If it's a mystery fabric, like from a grab bag or something, it just says mystery fabric because I'm not entirely sure what the colour is. If it's along with my thread list, if it says called for, it's because I'm stitching as charted. Or if it's my own conversion, ask me, feel free to ask me, I can probably tell you. Some are literally just me grabbing similar colours, and I don't tend to keep a note of my conversion unless it's still a whip. Yeah, so I've really made a point of trying to make my show notes as comprehensive as possible for your information. What else? Yeah, the show notes, I've also now put a list of cross-stitching acronyms, even though I think mine says acronyms, cross-stitch acronyms and abbreviations and things like that, so GAST and WDW and things like that. So hopefully if you're hearing things and wondering what I'm saying because you may be new here or relatively new to cross-stitch and that's an abbreviation you've not heard, all the details are down below. This was something that was brought up on Instagram recently, and actually it's a really good point. So that's me just trying to be a bit more thorough with not assuming that everybody knows what we're talking about. So welcome if you are a new viewer, it's lovely to have you here. I'm Kerry and I live in Worcestershire in the UK, and yeah, welcome to my kind of own weirdness. What else? And all my regular suppliers I'll just leave there, even if I haven't particularly bought anything from them this month. They'll just kind of stay as a standard list. So I mean, to be honest, there's nearly always a piece of fabric from Chromatic Alchemy or threads from Jodery or fabric from Sparklies and threads from Sparklies sometimes. What else? I always get my needles direct from John James. The link's down there. A couple of other bits and pieces, can't remember exactly what's down there. So, right, a couple more finishes. I thought I'd have a quick kind of, just to fit in with a couple of prompts and things. I did, and I wanted to, I've had a Valentine's tree up. I didn't take any of it. It's not great, so I'm just trying to improve on it. I was surprised how much I could put on it, but so I did a quick Love Is Kind from, oh, and I didn't grab the thread. Oh, come on. Hands On Design. It's one of Kathy's freebies from her blog. You can just, I've linked her blog below. You can just go and see all the lovely charts she has to offer. Her blog's a really nice read, actually. It's really well done, and she lays out all her, you know, new releases, and there's chart corrections if they're needed. Not that I think there's many on there, but that's Love Is Kind. I think the thread might, it's a Dinky Dyes, definitely a Dinky Dyes, and I want to say it's, oh, the button was my choice to put on. Something like Bushfire or something. That's the original design. So I'm going to finish it in a kind of heart. I did it in a scrap, so it'll just kind of be something like that, I think. So I'm covering the chart, even though it's a freebie, because you can look this up yourself, and it's got a template and everything. So that's Love Is Kind. And my last finish for this month, I've no FFO. I really need to have, Michelle, we need an international FFO weekend, please, because I'm useless. I won't FFO stuff unless somebody tells me to. So anyway, is Bendy Fit Stitch's first design, and this is Love, and this is stitched on Mystery Sparklies Blue Ada. Kind of reminds me a bit of, no, it's a bit blue for BST actually, but there we go. I really like that, and it is stitched in Dinky Dyes Brambleberry and two Glorianas that I hadn't, it's not the light blue, it's the white, which is Fresh Snow, and then the dark blue, which is Northern Lights. So I absolutely love it. I'm really pleased with that. And that's the original chart. We needed something with a key on, and I was watching Erin 2 Martini Stitcher, and she was like, I'm going to give you this chart away, and showed it, and I was like, it's got a key on it. I've got that. So off I went in the cupboard, grabbed it out. 300 stitches or 400 stitches for my one of my challenges. Job's a good one. And that was a SAF, a start under finish. Add that to the whatever this list. That was fun. I really enjoyed stitching that, and it's beautiful to stitch with those silks. So okie dokie. So as many of you know, I'm in, well, actually I'm an admin for the Daily 30 Cross Stitch Journal and Daily 30 group, which is a closed group on Facebook. I absolutely love it. I love being there. We have the most firstly, we have a fantastic group. We have an amazing team of moderators, admins, and Shirley's a genius when it comes to setting challenges. I said to her, I said, sure, can we have a whip month, you know, where we just work rather than it being a theme, because often it's a theme. I said, can we just have like one that we work on whips, you know, like oldest whip, newest whip, smallest whip, biggest whip, part of a series, kind of, you know, that kind of, that was my thought. And Charlotte's turned it into this most amazing thing based around like covered dishes that you might find in your fridge and wonder what the leftovers are. Something to do with cool whip, and I know that's an American thing and I don't really get it, but I'm sure somebody will tell me what it's all about. But I'm sure it's about hoping that there's a, you know, some leftover pudding, I'm assuming it is, of some description in the fridge. And she's like, oh, fantastic fun whip one for next month, and it's got all the things I was hoping for, and it's hilarious. And Cheryl said to our admin group, any problems with it? Can you see anything I need to just amend? Because we often will proof and things like that. I'm like, no, couldn't. But there may well be, but I was laughing too much, so left Daily 30. So, excuse me. Most of my stitching is because of challenges. So I'm doing Zombie Run, which is our yearly challenge, and that is focusing on 4 whips, and we go through them every month, doing 200 or 400 stitches on them, and then some. I've explained this before, and because it's a closed group, it doesn't really warrant going into much more detail. And of course I'm doing whip go. Can't wait for tomorrow. New numbers come out. I did complete my whip goes this month, and I did my zombies, and yeah, sorry, I've had stuffy noses and it's giving me sinusy ickiness, and it's anyway, let's chuck that over there. I don't need to talk about sinuses. So my zombie run projects are Elizabeth Shepherd, the Lizzie Cake Flippets, because they're going to get done if it kills me, Cardinal Points, loving that, and Tenenbaum. So it's really nice to kind of be moving these things along, and I've achieved so much with them. So speaking of Elizabeth Shepherd, Elizabeth Shepherd is by the Scarlet Letter. It was gifted to me by my lovely friend Jo, and I've got a bigger picture of it. I had some big, I know I've got, no, it's going that one. I've got, oh, there we go. It's by the Scarlet Letter. It's reproduction sampler. A sampler, Heather, not a sampler. And I'm loving this. This is my oldest whip, so this will be coming out next month for one of our daily 30 prompts, and I have managed to reach the full, oh, that's it, out by the radiator, the full width of the project. Oh, let's fold that in. Oh, I have some fabric left over. There we go. So that's the full width of the project, to the, obviously to the end here. And so I'm working well on page 2. Since you last saw it, I've done this long zigzaggy line here, and shepherd, oh yeah, shepherd, whole of shepherd, there we go. Or possibly it might just, I might already had the, might be shepherd actually, anyway, it doesn't matter. And I'm keeping this Quaker like this until I finish the page, because he looks like a bear. It's my Quaker bear. It does actually have like 2 flowery things that come out there, but it's fun. This is stitched in the DMC conversion, and it is, oh, there we are, I hold it in the thing, and it is off-white or white linen. I had it kitted up for so long before I actually started it, because the size completely like scared me, to be honest, that I didn't. And it's in one of my Sarah bags. Right, where's the business card so I actually get the name right? Not enough whip bags. There we go. So I love Sarah's bags. I have 6. It's an addiction. So anytime you buy something from Black Pear, it generally goes straight to Sarah for a project bag. Or by the time I've accumulated 2 or 3 things, it goes to Sarah for a project bag. So all you're doing is funding my project bag habit. So next up we've got Cardinal Points by Long Dog Sampler in association with the Gentle Arts Threads. So let's show you, there we go, Cardinal Points. Oh, let's do that way, so there we go, big ring light. She's so pretty. And this is my beautiful Christine bag. And such a fantastic colour palette on this, amazing. So this is all the colourful threads. I know a couple of people have swapped out the 2 yellows, but I was happy to go with it. There we go. And so they're all Gentle Art threads. And I've got a page finish. Yay! Well, it's kind of a page finish. Oh, ring light's blowing everything out. Should have put a board behind it. So I still have the dog to put in here, and I should have actually started like the letter G or something. So, but the dog I'm actually going to change. There are 2 dogs on it, and I thought I could change them to black and white, and they could be Bessie and Star, which are the dogs 2 of the dogs we had when I was growing up. And then I was like, but that's not fair, because Mum's got Sam now, and then we had Rolly, so we had 2 collies, that's Bessie and Star, they were brother and sister, and over time she's had 2 spaniels, very similar. So she's got Sam now, and she had Roly Poly, and so I was like, there's a flower, so I'm going to take out, oh, ring light, you evil ring, I'm going to take out those two flowers there and there, and I'm going to replace them with the little doggies that are up there. So I'm just going to kind of, I might make an extra thing on the body because our spaniels are tubby, and I'm possibly going to take out that flower there too, and add our other dog Jade. She was a Heinz 57, but she was the most wonderful dog in the world. And it gave me so much. Gail had her dogs on her channel when she did her stitch with me last week, and it was so much joy. I loved it. I just realised, so that's run across quite a long of my own. That's going to, so this is all page 2. I'm not doing this very well today. It's like I've forgotten how to record a flush tube, so I was so happy to get a page finished. So theoretically, if I carry on this like this, I could get it finished by the end of the year. It's not likely to happen, but because I am knocking out a pair. But so I set myself a new goal for this year. Kind of not a formal goal. It's not a whip go goal because my whip, but I'd love to get half done. I'd love to be started on page 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd love to be started on page 4, which is underneath the little cardinal you saw. So that's my goal for it. Another challenge involves stitching on a blackbird. So I still have Raven's Reply. That's the back of it, but I still have Raven's Reply on this. But I just stitched a bit more of the border. So where I was there last time, and I've gone pretty much round the corner. And that's just being stitched. So that's Blackbird Designs Blackbird. And that's being stitched on 36 count Dr. Smith Tonic by Sparklies, and it is being stitched with Raven by GAST, because all my blackbirds are going to be stitched in Raven. Oh, Cardinal Points is on a 36 count as well, I got. And so is this. Let's find the chart. Put it away. We discovered it's still on the sofa or something silly like that. So Love is in the Air is the February Blackbird stockings, and I'm stitching violets at the bottom here. Is there a better picture of the violets one? Only in black and white. So there we go. Let's see if I can anti-ring light it. There we go. So it's, I must admit my colours don't seem to look as bright, but this is on the same 36 count. So that's what I've got. That's about 300 stitches in that. And that is being stitched in the called for colours, which are a mixture of Classic Colourworks and Gentle Arts in Peapod, Yellow Gold and Chocolate Cream Pie are those ones. And then Avocado, Grape Arbor and Old Purple Paint, with Old Purple Paint being the darkest. So actually it's a really nice colour mix there. I think I've only used the 3 purples and 1 green at the moment. So, oh, another Sarah bag. Bag made by Sam Crafting Stitches for me. Another Sarah bag. Told you I've got a habit. Okay, Funky Menagerie. Funky Annoying Me. That's what it should be called. Haven't named the new things this month. Haven't named the things this month. I'm just not, I think I burnt myself out on it and I'm not feeling it. So this is being stitched in all the called for DMC, and I've got 74 minders on it, so it's all sticking together. So this is stitched on 32 count Rubescent by Chromatic Alchemy, as I said, with the call for DMC. There we go. All I've done is finish the border. So lots to do still on this one. So all the animals need to be done. Sunday's new part comes out. Yeah, I'm not getting there. Oh, let's go here. Why not? Oh, and I don't even think the cards in here. This one is it? Oh, it is. So this is the cross stitcher calendar. This by I was about to say Shirley then. Cheryl McKinnon from Tiny Modernist. I love this. So March block. I'm stitching it in the called for DMC. 300 stitches. This is on Lavender Blue by Sparklies. This is just one of her sample pieces, and because I'm a stingy stitcher, I'm going to get 2 out of it. So yes, so that's what I got with that. So about 150 stitches, 175 stitches, something like that. We'll see this finished. There we go. So I love stitching it, it's so much fun. I really hope Cheryl releases it in her shop next year, because I highly recommend it. I think it's a fantastic little stitch. And then we've got Beaker. I've gone wrong on him somewhere. It's all gone horribly wrong. So that's Beaker by Fiddlesticks AU. And this is stitched in the Call for DMC on a piece of 28 count Jack-o'-lantern by Slightly Designs. And as you can see, his eye's gone all squiffy. So my plan is to, so I've already put those orange stitches in there because I'd made mistakes, just to get the counting right there so I can work it out. So I'm going to stitch his 2 eyes, and then we can work out what it's gone wrong here. My plan, I've been doing it for Daily 30, which is our 30-minute a day challenge. So my plan is to stitch on this until it's finished for 30 minutes a day. Unless I can shoehorn it into challenges as well, where I will. And I'm stitching this for my eldest, who we sometimes call Beaker, because he likes to just go around and eat. He's a funny lad. Yeah. So, Beaker. Finally! My word, there's a lot of whips today. Oh, good grief. We've got Coffee Drinker's Confession, which is by Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist. Love this. I don't have a problem with coffee. I have a problem without coffee. I am stitching this in, I'm going to say it's all the called for. Yeah, it is. All the called for colours, which are a little bit of everything. Let's do that way so the tags sit better. We've got Weeks Dye Works and some Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, some classic colour works, and more Gentle Arts. So there's sampler threads and shaker, the Simply Shaker ones. So sometimes the Simply Shaker is known as GAS, GASS. There we go. And this is on a 36 count fabric. I'm going to say it's definitely Sparklies, Slightly Nutty from Sparklies. So I finished top border, so now we have the full whip, and I don't have. So I'm currently stitching this for a challenge, Daily 30, so I shall pick this back up tonight. And you're probably going to see by the next floss tube some significant progress on this. I think I'm going to shoehorn it into about 6 challenges over the coming couple of weeks. So I'm really looking forward to stitching on that one. Yes, I've got managed to, yeah. And violets is another thing that's going to come out a lot. So I'm going to just make a quick note of something. Okay, so my plan basically, so let's talk a bit about plans. So generally in the next 2 weeks it's going to be Coffee Drinker's Confession and the Violet Stocking. All the challenges obviously. Let's have a quick look. So Elizabeth Shepherd and it's likely to come out. Emerald. Let's have a quick look. I think this bag is just it was actually a wash bag from Paper Chase, so it's huge, big. Right, let's have a look. Yes, I thought as much. So June Flip It will get started because it's got a green border and I need an emerald green border, and I can certainly make that an emerald green. So what colour are we stitching? Purple. Confuse myself with several Cadbury pens here. Yeah, so look, going to see loads on the Flip It's going to get loads of work, some extra work on Elizabeth Shepherd. Let's have a quick look through. So the whip challenge, newest whip. I don't know, because I'm probably going to finish that stocking, so probably not that. Or if I do finish it, there won't be enough stitches left. But nearest whip, probably the March monthly block. Let's go with that. And let's change colour so I know what I'm writing in. So, Tiny Modernist Christmas Dreams, I'm thinking I haven't had worked on that this month, so that'd be nice to get that out. Thought I'd be done by now, flip it. Oldest is Elizabeth Shepherd. Whip of my choice, we'll see what, when I get to that prompt, we'll see what I'm feeling. Nearest completion, possibly Coffee Drinker's Confession if I get all these other challenges done on it. Stuck on Funky Menagerie, I just don't have any love for that at the moment. Favourite whip? I don't know at the moment. I'm loving stitching on the little calendar pieces, so possibly I might knock a couple of those out. We will see. We will see what I'm loving at the time. Largest whip is Cardinal Points by 2 stitches. Beats Elizabeth Shepherd. Cardinal Points is 225 by 225 stitches, and Elizabeth Shepherd, if you square the numbers off, is 223. So Cardinal Points by 2 stitches. And a series, I've got several calendar series going, and also what else is a series? Nope, it's gone. Can't remember. Oh, the eldest wants to come downstairs and probably sneak his way into the kitchen. If you want to do that, you need to come down and go round. There we go. Real life, people, real life. This is what happens when you're still home, when kids are still working from home. So, because that's my kitchen door, but we have another door to the kitchen if you go around the house. So I've made him do. See if that already been on camera, and he would have hated that. Okie dokie. So we'll just see what happens, what comes up. I'm doing really well on my challenges this year, so I'm really feeling motivated. Oh, new top. Bramble Rose Design. She's my tie-dye lady. I'll link her below. I love this. I'm so pleased with it. It's the first piece of tie-dye I've had for myself. So if I should show you the arm, you can basically see what the whole of the body is like. It's so comfy and soft. Gin is a genius with the tie-dye. Yeah, I'll link her Facebook page below. She's fantastic. I love Ginny. My kids have had tie-dye, several tie-dye things from her, hoodies and t-shirts. Lottie and I did tie-dye some of our own ones, but Lottie's had t-shirt from her with the rainbow on it, socks, all sorts we've had. Yeah, t-shirts, hoodies. Lottie's had shorts, trousers. We've had fleece cloths. I don't know, what else? Yeah, anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens with the when Whipgo gets called tomorrow, and we'll see. I think I better start filling in my page. Lots of things to put in. Anything from here? So yeah, so assuming I get no more finishes, well, maybe it's a possibility of 1 or 2 more finishes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 finishes so far this month, but they've all been really small. So, you know, but a finish is a finish. I'm going to put that there, move that out of the way, and we're going to talk haul. Oh, plans. Sharon and I are starting Christmas Rose on Monday. I kitted it. I converted it out of necessity because I couldn't get any of the threads in the UK. So I pulled the DMC and then converted it, and I'm going to have to reorder some of these because they're not full skeins, but they'll do for now. Although Dirt Red I know has literally had a strand out of it, so that's my colour palette. Is that 2? That's 1 red. Doesn't feel like there's much here, but there it is. I haven't pulled fabric for it either. I'm hopeless. I've forgotten I hadn't pulled fabric, but it needs a project bag too. What am I like? Anyway, so Sharon and I are going to start this on Monday. Right, let's talk a little bit about haul. A piece of Dr. Smith's tonic in Ada from Sparklies, and that's 18 count. For those of you in the UK, you'll know the works. I just realised how terrible that's been done. But I picked up a few bits and pieces on their Facebook ad came through, and I was like, ooh, but I just picked out a couple of bits for finishing. And did this mail order, and it was, their person pattern wasn't too bad considering it's wood, and I was, you know, I can't get out to get anything, so I just grabbed a few things for smalls. And because I love them so much, I picked up 3 of these. So my plan is to finish the cross stitching monthly calendar on, because they've got the kind of frieze across the top, so I thought these would be perfect on here. I just haven't decided whether I need to start trying to finish it so I can work out what I need to do. We're going to have a flip through in a minute. Is that everything? From there. So many things. Project bags, Sarah. Excuse me. Oh, we've got cute hummingbirds, small vinyl. It was the green that sold me, and it's the vinyl. I love vinyl front bags. They're my favourite, and this gorgeous one of the houses, which has just got a plain orange lining, or coral lining, I guess. But this is pretty, like with the little spotty swirly things. So that was very fun. I've actually already used that one project bag. And then I had a big thing, so Daily 30 has a boutique, and if you earn enough tokens from doing the challenges, you can buy stuff, well, you can claim stuff in the boutique. And being where I am, Cheryl saved up my things and sent me this year, and one of the things I claimed was this project bag by a company called Pear. Petal Pears on Facebook. Never heard of them. That's the lining. Isn't it lovely? So, oh, Christmas rose. Wouldn't that look good in here? Well, now I'm throwing it on the floor. Oh, that's perfect pairing there. There we go. Jolly good. Found a new home for that. And then just a lot of charts. So these are all, you know, pre-loved charts. So the work basket, Crowflower, Simply Bees, Elizabeth Designs, Busy Kate, Winter Smalls, Summer House Stitchworks, Bee in Your Bonnet. I don't actually do looks at that. And it's got both, actually it's got both charts for it. So it's got that one there, and the big one at the top. To do this cushiony thing, this is by Homespun Elegance, but I just kind of like it. I just like the houses, so I'll probably just do maybe more likely to do a banner like that, something like that. That's my plan. So, oh. And then we've got, so I claimed this before, what's it came up, so Blackbird Designs, Spell of the Moon, a Prairie Schooler, and another Prairie Schooler. I like these little cards. So, amazed, super happy with all that. I'd forgotten half the things I claimed, so it was like they came this week and I was like, oh, charts! I was all excited, so thank you to Cheryl and her and the Daily 30 group. So, what should we do now? It's going to be a long one. Okay, Cross Stitcher magazine, let's go with that. We've got, that's the cover kit. Oh, crumbs. And there's the magazine. So this is Cross Stitcher magazine, issue 368. I didn't want to say 358 then, I realised that the 3/5s were done. So, biscuit coasters. Introduction. Contents. Bargello, well, interesting fact, there we go, apparently Hobbycrafters was reported seeing a stitching resurgence since Netflix Regency drama Bridgerton hit our screens over Christmas. They reveal searches for embroidery have increased by 86% since the show began. And the sales of stitching accessories and kits have grown by 20 and 30%. Nothing to do with the fact we're in lockdown. Okay. Yeah. What's trending? Easter. How funny. Sorry, my sarcasm is not welcome. So, Stitching with Jess is a crocus whose cheerful meanings held in joy. The offers from Willow Fabrics, and then we've got the first another room. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that would like to stitch this one for their sewing room. Oh, room to sew. I thought it said room of sew. Then I was thinking that's weird. Room to sew. As you can see, this is by the same designer that did my I'm doing the monthly series from. So she's got quite a distinctive style, Zoe Patching. This is, who's this by? In the right bit of chart, it's got the copyright on it. Okay, Rebecca Spencer. Oh, it's really pretty that. We've got a stitching clock. Designed by somebody. Marie Diaz. We've got Emma Condon, I believe. Colours of Spring. Just for fun, these are by Phoebe Riley. I'm assuming anyway. I've just said that and I haven't even looked, but they just look like a style. So. Oh, Amanda Butler. Apologies, it's Amanda Butler. We've got a letters library that's flowers. Look, they should, okay. How pretty. Could make a nice Mother's Day card. Letters and stuff. An interview with Lizzie Dubinsky, Ski Bean, founder of Stitch People. Gardening tote. We've got Easter egg cards. What else we got? Toy room. Toy cupboard, sorry. Challenges are to go on those giant pegs, so I think that's a bit fun. I quite like the notes one, that's fun. Actually, and the recipe one. Spotlight Stitchery is to make little matchbox message books. So it's got the pattern for that little slough there. And the how-to at the bottom. The Grimm's Fairy Tale pieces, The Elves and the Shoemaker. Or The Elf and the Shoemaker, there's only one. Again, that's by Amanda Butler. And then that's coming up next month. Oh, on sale 23rd of March. Happy birthday, Mum. So there we go, that's Cross Stitcher 368. In your shops now. All confusing. Right, let's have some giveaway winners. Rachel Dukes, you won those. I did the random number or generatory thing. So, and Karen, I'm sorry, I forgot to post the chicken thing because I forgot to take it out of the box, and I've been to the post about 4 times since. I'm sorry, it's going in the post today with Rachel's. quick black pear update. Actually no, we're going to do something else. We're going to do big hashtag rolls across the bottom of the screen. The under 1,000 subs club. I talked about this in my last floss tube that I really wanted to shout out, or it possibly was the one before, and a couple of floss tubers have really felt that this is a good thing and have jumped on board with me. So thank you to Sarah and to Heather for doing that, and they're going to be doing regular features too. So today I went through my subscription list and listed and got a whole load of people who are below 1,000 subscribers, who have fantastic channels, who I think deserve to have a little bit more love and a few more watches, because they're really great. And today I'm going to start on the other side of the world. So shout out to Gail Phillips. Gail, I love your channel, and it brought me so much joy just watching all your dogs in your stitch with me recently. I spent more time watching the dogs than I did doing any stitching with you or anything like that. So Gail has got such an eclectic stitching thing. She stitches the most amazing Biscornu. She is a woman after my own heart there. She stitches so many of them, and has got everything from huge full coverage pieces right down to small pieces, and it's a really good floss tuber to watch. All these people are linked below. Stitching on you. I've known Leonie since blogging days. I followed her blog back in the day, so probably a good 10 years ago now. She stitches anything and everything. She's got full coverage. She's got lots of lovely mirrors and Joan Elliott's and the Fancy Ladies. What else? Cover kits. I think she said in her last floss tube that she had about 140 whips, something along those lines. She is in every stitching group, challenge group, and she does them all, and it's amazing to see what she accomplishes and how she just keeps on track of it. I struggle keeping on track with one of them. I have so many post-it notes in my journal, it's ridiculous. I could not possibly manage. I'm assuming, I don't know. She has magical powers when it comes to cross-stitch challenge groups. I swear she does, but she's got so many wonderful things. She doesn't, her videos tend to be longer and slightly less frequent, but she has got some fantastic projects. So go and give Leonie a watch. And over the road in New Zealand is Sam at Mind by Needle, and again Sam stitches all the things I like stitching, and she's got full coverage and everything. So Sam, just again a very eclectic stitcher, and it's got some lovely projects. So I've linked them below. Go and check them all out, and we'll see where our floss tube takes us next time. So lots of floss tubers to go and watch down below. And if you fancy getting on board with our under 1,000 subs club, hashtag it, share it, shout a few of your favourite floss tubers out, and let's spread the love, because I know it's so much easier once you get to that magic 1,000 that things grow, and it's just getting there. And I just want to shout out some channels that I think need some love, and we're going to, let's celebrate all the floss tubers, some of the ones you may never have heard of. Okie dokie. So, I mean, I've known Leonie since blogging days, but the others I've come across just through other people shouting them out and things like that, and gone to watch them, or they come to watch me, and then I've gone, oh, I didn't know you had a floss tube. If you have got a floss tube and I don't know, tell me below, please. I will go and watch your channel. So let's have a look. I'm going to do, oh, do you want to give away for this month as well? You're going to have to watch the end of my black pear update. So it'll be 2 minutes long, honestly. So I've been making frogging pins. So basically it's got a sharp thing. It's just a larger pin that just helps you pull the stitches out really easily. There's a little tiny video on the listing on my Etsy for these. I have got frog shaped ones coming back into stock probably in the next few days. So they all sold out really quickly. I've got a couple of new fobs, and a couple of the fobs I would have shown you have all sold out, so I'm waiting for more stuff to come in for those. I've had lots of love for my acrylic flower ones, and I can't believe how I can't get any more daffodil beads. They've all gone. I've had 2 lots of those, and now the seller no longer sells them, and I cannot find them anywhere else, so terribly sorry on that front. What else? Yeah, so I think I've got enough to make one more. No, I think that's listed in my shop already. No, that's it, there you go, they're never gone. So we have got some fun, these the frog beads. So these are actually what on top of my, probably not going to focus very well because it's, no, it doesn't want to focus. Oh, here, the bottom one. Yeah, these are what are on the better picture in my shop, honestly. Yeah, so rainbow frog fobs. I've got a couple of frog fobs in my shop at the moment. I just like those rainbow beads, they're fun. Speaking of rainbow beads, and I've also started with some floss rings as well. This one is not even made out as well as packaging yet. So that's the rainbow one. It's matching. And there'll be a rainbow frog fob, a frog fobber. I can't even say it. A frogger coming later. So these are just with some little sewing theme charms. I put a poll in my Instagram recently just to show so you could tell me what you would like to see, and I got lots of ideas. These are on 2-inch rings. I've literally a couple of hours ago had some more floss rings in, and I think they're either 2.5 or they're 3. So if people do like the floss rings, tell me what sizes you like, because that would really help with my market research and knowing what to list. So there, we've got those below as well. So those are some of the things. Also coming up in the next week or so, when I've had time to do it, we've got gonna have minders and little donuts. Love this one. I may have bought one for myself. And little sweet hedgehogs. Ring lights reflecting everything. And my 2 favourite ones that I managed to find, and I don't know if I can get any more of them. I stitch there for a stash and 1 stitch at a time. And we got some cute narwhal rainbow. Oh, that works better. And what else we got? Bubble tea kitties. Retro kitten, otherwise known as creepy kitten in our house. So have a look at my shop and you'll see what's coming soon. I also found these, we've got these in. It's really cute, little cappuccinos. So that is all the stuff. So minders are coming soon. And to celebrate, minders coming soon. If you would like to win this little cute glittery Eastery spring minder with a bunny with a giant carrot. It's got little, it's like glitter resin on it. It's going to show very well, but ooh, just about. Oh, a question. I should have thought of a question, shouldn't I? Tell me what your favourite minder is, and make sure you use the word minder in your sentence so I can pick it out. Just minder, not needle minder. Or if you're going to use, say, needle minder, it needs to be a separate word so I can find minder. So there we go. So if you want to win little bunny, just tell me what your favourite needle minder is. I don't have my favourite needle minder in here. I'll put it back away. My favourite needle minder is a tiny little daisy. I think I showed it on my video last week, my things that I use, but now I'm actually going to have I stitch there for a stash. I can't sew it yet. I stitch. That's go. I'm making myself one of those because let's face it, there's got to be a perk to all this, and I just bought him as well. So I should be having. So at an hour long, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to say take care, everyone. Stay safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that kind of thing because it's really nice, and especially to read your comments. And I hope you all stay safe and have a great stitchy fortnight. And I will see you in a couple of weeks. Next week's a stitch with me. Yeah, next week's a stitch with me. We'll see. I reckon it'll be Coffee Drinker's Confession. I could be wrong though. So until next time, friends, take care, happy stitching and stay safe. Bye bye.